There's a TV show that I watch sometimes called The News. You may have heard of it. And a lot of the time, the news is filled with boring shit. But once in a blue moon, they actually have some pretty interesting stories on there. And one of these blue moons happened the other week when I saw this story.
Well, it's not a wreckers and it's not a rubbish tip, but it is the Werribee River. And just in this vicinity, there are 13 burnt out cars left at the bottom of the river and on its banks. Now, this part of the river near the Melton Rail Bridge is what I'm calling Melbourne's unofficial graveyard for cars, and it is a very big eyesore.
Did someone say car graveyard? Now naturally, I was intrigued, so I knew that I had to go and pay a visit, and that's exactly what I did. And as you will see later, unfortunately, I got a little bit too excited and ended up in quite a sticky situation. But of course, we'll get into that a little bit later. For now, it's time for you to sit back, relax, and press that subscribe button. Let's get into the video.
What it do, Kurt? We're on the way to the Westgate Bridge. Get a zoom in on the tradie shit on the middle of the road.
Oh, so much shit everywhere.
It is a beautiful day here in Melbourne. Have a look at the fucking sun's shining. 16 degrees. We're going to the worst river in possibly all of the country. For a river to be good, it needs water, and that's about it. This river, last time I saw photos of it on the news, had no water and was full of cars. So this river is in Melton. If you don't know what Melton is, have a look at Spanion's video. That pretty much sums it up. You may notice that we're not in the AU today, because when I got in it this morning, turns out there's a big leak somewhere and the footwell is completely full of water.
What the fuck?
So we're back in this thing, and also because it's raining, there's a bit of an off-road aspect getting to this river, and as you saw in Mount Terrible, the AU is not completely set up to go off-road. So we're in this thing, but as you can see the engine light. Unfortunately, the combobulator's busted in this bitch, so we'll be right though.
Now, as you would have seen in that little sneak peek at the start of the video, the busted combobulator would be the least of our fucking issues. But of course, we didn't know that yet, so we continued on our merry way.
Look at that view, bro. How's the weather? That's all from me for now. I'll let you know if something else develops.
To be honest, there was nothing else to really update you guys on for a while, except of course the first of many signs that should have meant good luck. But as you'll see later, today must have been opposite day. And as we approached what we thought would be our final destination, we got dealt our first hand of bullshit.
Oh, don't tell me you can't get through. Oh, it's private property, man. We can't get through here.
So after a little bit more research on Google Maps, I put my slab in reverse and we headed towards the actual entrance to the car graveyard. Then after seeing 2 more lucky charms, we finally arrived at the entrance to our destination.
Okay, I think we'll park up here and do the rest on foot.
And in hindsight, what a great idea that would have fucking been. But of course I decided not to do that, and due to the fact that I was unfamiliar with the area, and as it seems looking back on this footage, not very smart,
Wanna here for a haircut?
we decided we would simply drive through the swamp. Yeah, I'll just let this play out for you.
There's a bit of water down here now that the rains came, so we'll have a quick squeeze down here. Alright, we're gonna cross over this.
You gotta send it.
You reckon?
Yeah, it's muddy, go.
No, it's dried mud.
And we soon found out that dry mud was in fact not very dry. Yeah, look, not my brightest moment.
I'm stuck. Alright, stop recording.
There seems to be a little bit of a trend occurring in these recent videos. I mean, if I simply just got out and tried to walk through, I'd find out pretty quickly just how soft this mud actually was. But don't worry, I found that out pretty quickly when I got out to let the tyre pressures down and instantly lost both of my shoes. And fell over, as you can see here. Anyway, we spent the next half an hour or so trying to find flat rocks and other things that we could jam under the tyres after I let the pressures down to hopefully be able to reverse the car out. And obviously, that didn't work. It was just too slippery and thick. At this point, the car had sunk so far down into the mud it was resting on the front subframe and the rear diff. So my only option was to call up my usual cameraman, Peter, who specifically told me he couldn't come help me film this video because he was very busy this weekend. But luckily, Peter's a sick and dropped everything that he was doing to come save me from my stupid predicament. And after we'd already come this far, and a little bit too far, and with an hour to wait until Peter, my saviour, got here, it was time to make the best of the shit situation that we'd been handed.
Well, I've had some pretty dumb ideas, but I reckon this is up there with the best. We made it at least, look. Yeah, the rain didn't really help. Usually I think this is pretty dry because you can get cars across.
Yeah, whatever, mate. Anyway, with my car, the Michelin Man's puffer jacket and my shoes all ruined, it was time to look on the bright side while I waited for my saviour and explore the car graveyard that had just claimed another victim. But before that, of course, my cameraman Stuart had to return to the sinking ship and make one last rescue. His packet of Zins.
Look, we've got an FG XR6. Come over here, we'll go have a walk. I'm going to leave the car running and unlocked. If anyone tries to steal it, they're not going anywhere anyway. There's not a lot to see here, except dumped rubbish, a bumper bar for looks like a RAV4 or something. We've got the train, the V-line over here. Looks like a burnt out PT Cruiser and something else. We've got some idiot's bogged his car over there. What's around here? Looks like we've got some dirt bike ramps. I probably need 2, 3 or 15 of these after this f***ing ordeal. Got some goggles. Goal. I don't know if you can see over there. We're not going to walk over because it's. I don't want to get bogged myself. But there's a gold Subaru Forester. Do you know how rare that is? Golden loot. Place is a bit of a shithole, a bit underwhelming. Even more underwhelming that we got my daily driver completely fucking bogged. Bro, look, there's not just one gold car. We got a whole bunch of golden cars. That's hectic.
Look at this ramp up here.
Imagine hitting that shit in the AU. Look at all that golden loot, bro. So I think what happens here is when the lake's full, people come in, they drive their cars in for insurance jobs or just for the fuck of it. And when the tide's down, it reveals all the golden loot. You got tyres, 4 golden cars, an XR6 over there. Hell yeah. I mean, I'm sure this place is pretty cool when it's when your car's not bogged. Look, here comes the train.
To be honest, that's all there really was to see. It looks like the council has been slowly removing cars from the area because there was noticeably less cars there than there was on the news report that I saw. So to be honest, there wasn't much else for us to do besides return to the car and get digging to make it easier for my saviour Peter to pull the dog out. And after about half an hour of digging the car free, my lord and saviour finally arrived, and with a surprise guest, who were both full of sympathy as expected.
Good one, you f***ing dickhead! Yeah, nice! You can't park there, you fucking moron! Fucking shit. What do you mean? What's with all the cars spray painted gold? What's with all the fucking ramps?
What do you mean?
And with the grieving out of the way, it was time to get down to business, but not before I showed my gratitude.
Alex.
If you come within 2 meters of me, I'm gonna pick up that fucking.
Do you know how happy I am to see you, bro? Give us a
Get away from me. Get away from me or drive away.
Anyway, with the rain picking up and the water level of the river slowly rising, it was time to break out the winch, which went well.
If we had the AU here, it would have come straight out. AU would just put in reverse and.
And with that wisdom imparted, we spun the surf around and attempted a snatch strap, and out she fucking came.
Hey!
Stop!
Oh, thanks fuck for that. There we go.
Fuck, show me that.
Alex, come on, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, I can't. It's going to set of balls. We're out. Come here, boy.
Come here, Baba.
Come here.
Go away. I'm undoing the strap. Go away.
Everybody hates. Next time I'm going to come here with an AU or some shitbox. Just fucking run up there, 5th gear, straight down, and fucking meow. Oh, that must be how they got those there. Or they came when it wasn't raining. But yeah. Oh fuck. Oh.
And with the car finally out and everyone refusing my hugs, it was time for me to hop in my ruined daily driver and head on home. But hey, at least my shirt was clean. Now look, I know this video didn't exactly go to plan at all, and it might even be a little bit shit. I was debating whether to just scrap it entirely, but I didn't get this covered in mud and lose one of my microphones to not even give you guys the chance to laugh at my stupidity. So anyway, if you guys got some enjoyment out of my suffering, make sure to like, subscribe, comment and share, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one where hopefully things are a little bit more dry.
Just got the new Yeezys in the mail.